Hey everybody, welcome back. I have you at a strange angle today, and I apologize for that. I still have this big painting over here that is drying, the black with the blown out colors. And so I'm working on the end of the table, and in order for me to reach everything, I kind of need it set up this way. So I apologize for the awkward position you guys are in. Before I put my apron on, I wanted to show you the mess I made doing the big black painting. So this is my new apron, and I just got black all over the chest. So the dangers in acrylic pouring. We are going to do ornaments again. I know I was cussing them pretty good last time, but I think we've got a method, so I'm hoping this will go smoothly and we can kind of go from there. We shall find out, but we're going to do a few at a time, keep the same pattern, so we're not having to redo them a bunch of times and kind of go from there. And I don't know why I'm straightening them, because I'm going to be pulling them right back off again. So these are going to be for my cousin. She said she wanted cool colors, cool versus warm, not cool as in, hey dude. So she likes blues, lavenders, greens, all that kind of stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is do the base color, this what's going to completely coat the ornament in sap green. And then to accent it, we've got light blue, light green. There's not much in this, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough, but I've got enough to make a new batch if I need to. And those are Artist Loft. And then I did up some Arteza Royal Purple and Arteza Shocking Lime Green. I felt like I needed a little more contrast than what I had. And since I was nervous about putting any pinks in, I decided to go ahead with, this is what they look like out of the bottle. So this is going to be the shock color, and hopefully it turns out good. Alright, so the last time I did this, we found that taking the ornament ball off and doing around the base here, worked better than anything else. I was also trying to find a way not to waste so much paint too. And I know my elbow is going to be in your all's way sometimes, and I apologize for that. Okay, I think we got everything on that end. As that's dripping some more, I'm going to go ahead and start the second one. Let's go ahead and accent this. So let's do the light blue. I'm going to do a little bit differently this time. Stripes like that. Let's do light green. Shock green. Let's see if I can do this without a pour bottle. I'm going to do the light blue again. And then finish off the royal purple. Actually, that's thicker in some spots than what I wanted. Yeah, let's go ahead and do like that. There are bubbles because it's freshly mixed. Just pop in those. Bubbles on that one, so that's good news. The shine off the other orbs is making it difficult to tell if I'm getting it completely covered or not. I think you can't see everything anyhow. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Try not to kick the foot this time. Can't tell if I've gotten everything on that one. That backside's too far away from me. I can't see it from this side. Alright, this one is the one I started to work on too soon. I've obviously been using more purple than I have of the green. I made up the same amounts. Very last two layers that I'm doing, I'm trying to keep them really, really thin. I can't remember the name of the dessert, but it's that French dessert that has all the little balls stacked up on each other. And it has strands and strands and strands of sugar. I'm trying to make it like the strands of sugar. These have a lot of the royal purple coming through, so I'm going to try to get them a little more similar. I don't know if that really helped, but big of a blotch. Way more than I wanted there. Yeah, before they dry too much, I'm going to put some brilliant blue, because I'm not happy with how it's looking. So maybe this will do the trick. Let me get some of the dry paint off here. I'm looking and looking and looking at these, and I'm not liking them. So I'm going to, this one right here, I don't know if you can see it, is already dark green. So I'm going to try the spiral with these colors and see if I like that any better. And if not, then I've got a different idea. Blue anymore, or not Carolina blue, light blue. That looks better. I'm still not crazy about it, so I'm going to try the other idea I have as well. There, you can kind of see it a little bit better compared to the others. Let's try a different idea as well. Doing brilliant blue as the base. She said blue first, and that's why I got the blue out, because I didn't feel like there was enough blue showing. But I am not liking the way it looks over there. So that's why I'm trying to find out what I like best. There's no point in covering the rest when I'm feeling Okay, it's all covered. Let's try the burst method. I'm going to do one more, because I haven't done this before, so it looks like I put too much of the dollops in. So I'm going to do another with not as big of dollops, although I think I used up all of the purple. This is just to get an idea, so I'm just going to use other colors in its place. Too little. Okay. Of the different designs, the Jawbreaker style, the spirals, is my favorite so far. These I'm not even looking at because I really don't like them now. Unfortunately, I went through that many before I realized it. This one, I put too much of each of the colors, and so now I don't have that variety I had before. This one, I did a little bit better on. I'm going to let it drip a little bit more and see what I think and kind of go from there. But I'm trying to think, is there any other patterns I could do that I can experiment with? I know whether she might like something else instead. The other thing I could do is a reverse dip with Saran Wrap. I gotta make room. This black paint, I don't know if you can see it, it is still wet, which is why it did not come up, but I got the other black paint up, so that is good. And I should actually say what it is. This is Glad Cling Wrap, not Saran Wrap. I just call all of this stuff the same stuff, like everybody calls a tissue Kleenex. Kleenex is the brand, just like Saran Wrap is the brand. This technically is not Saran Wrap. Alright, so the other thing that I could do is a reverse dip. Throw some light magenta in here, and I'm going to show her the experimentations to see what she wants. See if the light magenta throws her off at all. Now let's see if that's a big enough circle. I don't think it is, but the paint's going to spread a little bit too, so we shall find out. The only problem is it's going to be hard to put it back. Well, maybe not. I think I have an idea for that as well. I think it's going to be a little difficult to get it back onto the stand. I do need bigger rings. Part of my problem is I've got paint on the outside also. It was a bit messy, but that gives me a different technique to show her, at least get an idea, kind of go from there. Might do one more. Sheet of cling wrap. Let's do, rather than dots, let's do spirals. That should be big enough. Let's see how this turns out. I do have that already on there, so I think the deep magenta works better. I don't like the spiral as much though. Okay, I'm done experimenting. I'm going to let these dry, and then I'll find out what pattern she likes best. I have a feeling it's going to be this one. I'll come back and finish some more as soon as I have a decision. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are multitasking today. I'm listening to a training that you guys can't hear. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. But at any rate, we're going to do some ornaments. This is the continuation of the one that I started before. I got some coffee filters that we're going to use to do the reverse dip on the ornaments. And as you can see, it's kind of a perfect fit using 12 cup filters. So what I'm going to do is do the color pattern on this, then we'll cup it around the ornament like this, and then put it down, and then lift the dip off. And I think that will work fairly well, but that's also why we have them separated out, to give me more room in between each ornament. And then once they dry, I can put them all on a thing. So I hope everybody was able to follow that all right. So go ahead and get started so the coffee filters don't dry out. I have wetted them down. So we've got 6 done. I forgot to let you know what colors I was using, and I don't know how well you could see this area, but I was basically just doing dots in a circle and keeping the same pattern. And even keeping the same pattern, I still got some variation like this one, but it's blending more than it originally seemed to show. So I'm interested in seeing how they dry and kind of go from there. And I'll send my cousin a picture, see if she likes this, see if there's too much green. The colors that I used are all Artist Loft, and it's sap green, metallic white, light blue, light green, brilliant blue, and deep magenta. Those were the colors that I decided to use. There is a lot of green, but the blue and the green are mixing, and we're getting, or the magenta and the blue are mixing, and we're getting some purple in there. She wanted cool colors, which are greens, blues, purples, and the magenta is probably the one that is closest to a warm color because it's a mix of red and blue, but I needed some variation in there. So consistency wise, I think it's going to be okay, but I've got to stop here for right now because I've got to get ready for work. So I'll do the last 6 in a bit. And actually, I'm going to experiment, and I'm going to do one of these the way I would have done it doing the Jawbreaker Method, and just to see what the difference would be with the same colors. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll pause you all and bring you in for when we finish up the other 6, or if we're changing things up if she doesn't like it. So the Jawbreaker Method, do a solid color as the base, make sure that ornament's completely covered, and then we're going to do spirals in different colors. So now we did sap green, now we're going to do metallic white. And the color pattern is probably going to be different because I'm not pushing the colors down with the base color. I might do just a thin layer of that in between each one. Hopefully it doesn't push all of the color from the previous one off. We'll do it in the opposite direction. I can't see any of my light blue. Well, there's a little sliver there and a little sliver there. I'm going to go ahead and do another of the light blue. We're going to let that drip and see what the Jawbreaker Method looks like compared to the Monet style. And I've got some bubbles, so we'll go ahead and pop those. Oh, and the one I did yesterday, this one that I did in the Jawbreaker style, I'll show a picture here of what that looks like. I like for my cousin, I think she's going to like the Monet style more, so that's what we're going to stick to. So I was checking your ornaments. I varnished them the other day, and some of them look great. So some of them look great, like that one does. 2 of them have the touch-up spots, unfortunately. The touch-ups are real obvious, but otherwise, you can't really tell, but looks great. And since they'd be hanging, you can't see the touch-up spot all that much. But, like this one, see if I can, I don't see, I can't tell if you can see that bumpiness there. You can kind of see it. And also the varnish left a dripping there and down towards where I signed. I have to hold it off to the side or you can't see it. There's that bump. So, and some of them are really bad. Like this one, the dripping is really bad. I'm frustrated. I want to do them again. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are getting ready to do these ornaments again. I've already done some steps. One, I reordered ornaments because I wasn't sure. I couldn't get all of the old paint off on the plastic ornaments. And I've already coated them in black, so I don't know if you can see it, but there's an old layer of paint underneath. And I went ahead and covered it because I wanted to see if you could see the line. And it looks like I'm going to be able to reuse these. But in the meantime, those are my vases. I've got vases piled up on the floor. I really need to do some more vases. In the meantime, I ordered some more ornaments because I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to redo those. And they didn't have any more of the plastic ones that I liked. So we've got glass ones. It's got a smaller mouth on it. So I'm having to use my foam that has these sticks because they won't fit on my other foam pad. This foam pad, it won't fit on these sticks. Plus, I used these for the votives to stabilize them a little bit more. And I can't get the sticks out. They're kind of glued in place from the other paint. And so, even though I could stick it on like that, it's still going to rub right there. I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing at. So, we're going to do 6 at a time. I've already dipped them in white paint. And I did that because some spots were too thin and came through. And so this way I know they've got a good undercoat. There isn't going to be any clear spots coming through. The paint was thick though. I just went to the hardware store and got regular paint, bright white, semi-gloss I believe. Yeah, semi-gloss. It's just latex paint, but it's really thick. So you can see where it's kind of glopped on right there. And there's places where I've got, it's on this one, yeah, got a little bit of dimpling, but I think that'll be okay. From this point, I'm just going to fast forward all this because you've kind of seen my thought patterns on all of this before. I just wanted to have what the end results was actually going to be once I get to the end results. So we're doing the coffee filters, the Monet pattern, and I'm going to do the 2 middle ones, then these 2, then turn it around and do those other 2. And the reason why we're doing it this way is because when lifting the filter off, I don't want to be bumping any ornaments that would have been on these. Alright, wish me luck on this round. I had a little bit of a development, and I'm not sure why it happened. Show you guys here in a second, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and do the next 6 and see how many of them do the same thing and then kind of go from there. The development is that 2 of the 6 from last night have this funky wedge in them, a fold type. It's soft, it's not hard, but I don't know why it formed. They were all flat when I put them up to dry. So I don't know if it's because of using the house paint. You can see it's kind of, I don't know if I can get it close enough here. You can kind of see where it's separated right there at the lip. So it might be that there was just enough moisture to pull the latex paint from the glass, and then it just folded over on itself. But we are going to see what we can do to fix that, but in the meantime I'm going to do these 6 and see how many of them I have to fix. And I'm might be that doing house paint as the base is not a good idea. Hey everybody. So you may hear some background noise. That is, they finally started the construction on the deck. Yay! It's taken from June until November, beginning of November, for them to start working on the deck. That's how many projects have been going on around here from the earthquake damage. At any rate, so the last video I talked about, I'd have to wait and see how the 3 dried to see if it was going to be vastly different from the other ones, and it was. So we are now going to do the rest of them. We've got 9 to redo. I've already peeled them. I just need to clean them, and then we can do it. But this is what we're shooting for. That's the ones we did yesterday, one of the 3. And it worked well doing the base coat and then the reverse dip. Get back in frame there. It worked well doing that. So we're going to go ahead and do that same method. Almost 7 hours of active time, and I am tired of ornaments, but here is a finished picture. I didn't even do an outro. Hope everybody enjoys these. My cousin said she loved them. She did get them before Christmas, so that's the good news. Thank you all for joining me on this one. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.